Welcome to English Every Day. Improve your English skills one day at a time. Whether you're just starting or looking to refine your fluency, we're here to guide you with practical tips, engaging conversations, and fun lessons. Let's make English a part of your everyday life. Ready to learn? Let's get started.
All right, so get those passports ready because today
Yeah.
we are diving deep
Deep dive.
into some seriously hidden travel gems. You know, the kind of places that make you go like, wait,
Right.
that exists.
Exactly. We're diving into this article from Wanderlust magazine. It's called 27 of the World's Secret Destinations, as chosen by 27 experts.
It's basically like a cheat sheet for anyone who's tired of those same old tourist traps.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we've got a whole stack of expert recommendations
Yeah.
here. Everything from secluded islands
Right.
to ancient ruins.
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
Where do we even
Yeah, where do we even start?
start?
Let's start with Europe. How about that?
Okay.
Simon Reeves, you know him, the author and TV presenter.
Mm-hmm.
He suggests Simai. It's a Greek island near Rhodes. He talks about its harbor. It's completely surrounded by these gorgeous neoclassical houses.
Right.
Think elegant columns and symmetrical facades.
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Greece. Right? Is that
Yeah.
packed with tourists? Yeah. But Reed actually points out that Greece has a surprisingly vast coastline.
Oh.
Yeah.
It makes you realize that
It does.
even in well-known tourist destinations like that, there are still pockets of tranquility just waiting to be discovered.
Right. It's all about, looking beyond the obvious.
Yeah.
Venturing off the beaten path.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if Simi is for the traveler who appreciates history and architecture, where do we go for the person who craves a little more adventure?
Ooh. Okay, well, Planet Earth 2, cameraman Gavin Thurston
Okay.
has a suggestion that might just get your adrenaline pumping.
Okay.
He recommends Maya Nord in the Republic of Congo.
Wait, hold on. He calls it one of the truly wild places left on Earth.
Yeah.
Gorillas, chimpanzees, and leopards roaming
Right.
free.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's pretty wild.
Okay.
It certainly sounds like a trip for the intrepid traveler with a journey that involves planes, cars, canoes, and even jungle hiking.
Wow. Okay, sign me up, but maybe after I've had my morning coffee.
Yeah, right.
Now, I've always been fascinated by South America,
Mm-hmm.
but beyond the usual hotspots.
Yeah.
What's something unique we could discover there?
Okay. Travel writer Shafik Megyi recommends exploring Cordoba province in Argentina.
Oh.
It often gets overshadowed by Buenos Aires,
Huh.
but he highlights the province's incredible diversity.
Okay. Telling me more.
You've got the colonial architecture of Cordoba City,
Mm-hmm.
the dramatic Sierras de Cordoba Mountains,
Okay.
and even...
Don't leave me hanging.
Okay,
Look at it.
you can even visit Che Guevara's childhood home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a chance to step back in time and learn about this figure who played, a pivotal role in Latin American history.
Wow, that's a travel story you wouldn't forget.
No.
Speaking of history, I'm always in awe of those ancient temples and pagodas you find across Asia.
Right.
What hidden gem did our experts uncover there?
Okay, so Lynn Hughes, she's the editor-in-chief of Wanderlust magazine,
Okay.
suggests visiting the Hisin Byum Pagoda in Myanmar. It's also known as Mya Thin Tan, which translates to 100,000 emeralds.
That name alone just sounds magical.
Right.
Yeah.
It's this all-white temple with 7 terraces that represent the 7 mountain ranges surrounding Mount Meru, which is the center of the Buddhist universe.
I am picturing the serenity of
Ah.
that place.
Right.
Okay, I've got to know what's the most surprising destination on this list. The one that made you rethink your travel bucket list.
Honestly, I was intrigued by Dan Stable's recommendation. He's the author of The Rough Guide to Mexico.
Okay,
And he suggests visiting the Paracutan volcano.
a volcano.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool, but
Yeah, but what makes it special?
yeah, what makes it so special?
Okay, so imagine this. You're riding on horseback through these otherworldly lava fields.
Mm-hmm.
And in the distance, you see the spectral church of San Juan Parangaricatiro. It was partially engulfed by the eruption in 1943.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's an image that would stay with you.
yeah, it really is.
So it's not just about the volcano itself, it's about the human story intertwined with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a reminder of the power,
Yeah.
the powerful forces of nature
Yeah.
and how they shape not only landscapes,
Right.
but also lives and communities.
All right, so we've got ancient temples, volcanoes,
We do?
and even Che Guevara's childhood home.
Mm-hmm.
What else is in store for us on this global adventure?
Okay, let's head back to Europe for a moment.
Okay.
Dan Lindsted, he's a former editor at Wanderlust,
Mm-hmm.
suggests exploring the King's Weston Estate in Bristol, England.
England, that doesn't exactly scream hidden gem to me.
Right.
What's so special about this estate?
It's not about, flashy attractions. It's about stepping back in time.
Yeah.
Think woodlands, river-carved gorges, and stunning views that once captivated European nobility, including Jane Austen.
Okay, now you've got my attention. I love that it's not about the crowds or the tourist traps, but about soaking in the history and natural beauty of a place.
Precisely. It's a reminder that sometimes the most rewarding travel experiences are found in those unexpected places,
Yeah.
often right under our noses.
So if we're talking about unexpected,
Yep.
let's shift gears completely.
Right.
There is a place that truly surprised you with its unique offerings.
Believe it or not, Tehran, Iran.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Comedian and travel writer Andy Smart suggests taking a break from exploring the city to hit the slopes at the Toshal ski resort.
Hold on, did you say skiing in Iran?
Skiing in Iran.
That's not something you hear every day.
No, it's not.
Wow. It just goes to show that our preconceived notions about places can sometimes be completely off base.
Completely.
You're telling me. Okay, so we've had adventure, history, and now a little bit of luxury. What about those travelers who crave a deeper connection with nature?
Okay.
Where should they be heading?
Anthony Bennett
Okay.
recommends trekking through the Cameron Highlands in Malaysia.
Malaysia, that's a place I've always wanted to explore. What's so special about the Cameron Highlands?
It's a nature lover's paradise. Lush tea plantations, cascading waterfalls, and the thrill of searching for the rare Rafflesia.
Wait, the Rafflesia, isn't that the parasitic plant with the largest bloom in the world?
You got it. These blooms can reach over 1 meter in diameter, and they emit this pungent odor that attracts pollinating insects.
Okay, that's both fascinating and a little bit gross.
It is right.
Yeah, it's a reminder of the incredible diversity of the natural world
It is.
and how much there is still left to discover. So where to next on our whirlwind adventure?
How about a destination that combines history, culture, and a touch of mystery?
Ooh, I like it.
Nora Walaya recommends visiting the Mai Son Sanctuary in Vietnam.
Okay.
It's a collection of temples dating back to the Champa civilization.
Wow, ancient ruins. What can you tell me about this lost civilization?
Okay, so the Champa people, they were very skilled architects and sculptors,
Mm-hmm.
and their temples are a testament to their artistry.
Yeah.
These ruins, shrouded in jungle, offer a glimpse into a bygone era, with secrets waiting to be uncovered.
I love that sense of mystery. And intrigue. It's like stepping back in time and imagining the lives of the people who once worshipped in these temples. Okay, I'm ready for another change of scenery. Where are we going next?
Let's head to Switzerland.
Okay.
Mike Wright, he's the art editor at Wanderlust,
Okay.
suggests venturing beyond the well-known waterfalls of the Lauterbrunnen Valley to discover the hidden Trummelbach Falls.
Okay, Switzerland is beautiful, but I have to admit I'm not usually one for chasing waterfalls. What makes these falls so special?
These aren't your average cascading falls. The Trummelbach Falls are glacial waterfalls that thunder down inside the mountain.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's incredible. So you're not just looking at the falls, you're experiencing them from within the mountain itself.
you are.
That's got to be an incredible sensory experience.
Absolutely. It's a reminder of the sheer power of nature,
Yeah,
how it can shape landscapes in such dramatic ways.
I'm adding that to my list.
You should.
Okay, before we get too carried away,
Right, yeah.
we have so many more destinations to cover.
I know.
We-
There are hidden gems scattered across the globe, just waiting to be discovered. From bustling cities to remote islands, the world is full of surprises.
And we're here to unveil them all.
We are.
Let's keep going. Okay, my head is spinning with all these amazing places.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a bigger travel bucket list.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, we've barely scratched the surface, and we've already got temples and volcanoes and even skiing in Iran.
Right.
It really highlights how diverse and surprising our world is.
Speaking of surprises, I was fascinated by how many experts recommended places that are kind of hidden in plain sight,
Oh, yeah.
like the Hotel Dieu in Paris, right next to Notre Dame.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It's almost like a secret oasis tucked away in the heart of a bustling city.
It's a great example of how we can find those hidden gems, even in the most popular tourist destinations.
Right.
It's a reminder that there's always something new to discover, even in places we think we know well.
I mean, who would have thought you could find such a peaceful retreat steps away from one of the most iconic landmarks in the world?
I know, right?
It makes you wonder what other secrets are just hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, I'm curious, out of all the destinations we've talked about so far,
Mm-hmm.
which one stood out to you the most?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I know, right?
There are so many incredible places to choose from.
Yeah.
But honestly, Gavin Thurston's description of Maya Nord in the Republic of Congo really captivated me.
Oh, yeah.
It's the kind of place that makes you feel like you've stepped back in time to a world untouched by human hands.
Yeah, I can see why that would appeal to you.
Yeah.
It's a place where you can truly connect with the wild side of our planet,
Yeah.
where nature reigns supreme.
And it's not just about the wildlife encounters,
Right.
it's about the journey itself.
It is.
Yeah.
Navigating those rivers and trekking through dense jungle,
Right.
it's the ultimate adventure.
And speaking of adventure, that skiing recommendation in Tehran really threw me for a loop.
I know it's not your typical ski destination.
I never would have imagined finding a ski resort in Iran.
It challenges our assumptions, doesn't
It
it?
really does.
We often have these preconceived notions about places based on what we see in the media or hear from others.
Yeah.
But travel has a way of breaking down those barriers and showing us a different side of the world.
You know, one thing I'm noticing is that a lot of these recommendations aren't about luxury or five-star resorts. It's
No.
about experiencing something authentic, something real.
That's a key takeaway for me as well. It's
Yeah.
about connecting with the soul of a place,
Mm-hmm.
with its history, its culture, its people.
Right.
And sometimes that means stepping outside of our comfort zones
Yeah.
and embracing the unexpected.
So for those of us who are ready to ditch the tourist traps and embark on our own off-the-beaten-path adventures,
Yeah.
what practical advice did you glean from these experts?
Well, for starters, Rachel Lawrence, she's the managing editor of Insight Guide Brazil.
Okay.
She emphasizes the importance of timing.
Okay.
She recommends visiting Lençóis Maranhenses National Park in Brazil during the wetter months between July and September when the lagoons are at their fullest.
Oh, that makes sense. You wouldn't want to miss out on those stunning turquoise lagoons nestled amongst the sand dunes.
No, you wouldn't.
It's all about planning your trip to coincide with the best time to experience the natural wonders of a place.
And speaking of planning,
Okay?
Nick Boulos, the founder of Make My Day, offers a clever time-saving tip for visiting Rome.
Okay.
Instead of waiting in the infamous queues at the Colosseum,
Right.
he suggests purchasing tickets at the nearby Roman Forum, which typically has shorter lines.
That's brilliant. I can't stand wasting precious vacation time standing in line.
No, nobody wants to do that.
It's a great reminder that little bit of research and strategic planning can go a long way in maximizing your travel experiences.
Exactly. And for those seeking solitude and tranquility, Katrina Bolger reminds us that even on a popular beach like Holcombe in England,
Mm-hmm.
you can escape the crowds with a little exploration.
Okay.
She recommends venturing beyond the main areas to discover those hidden coves and secluded stretches of sand.
I love that. It's about finding those pockets of peace and quiet, even in places that are known for their crowds. It's a reminder that with a little effort, we can create our own sense of solitude and escape.
And it's not just about finding those secluded spots. It's
Yeah.
also about being mindful of our impact on the places we visit
Yeah.
and the people who live there.
Right.
Helen Fanthorpe, she's a senior editor at Rough Guides, highlights the importance of traveling with a conscience.
Okay.
She encourages us to seek out fair trade cooperatives and associations in Morocco where we can purchase, beautiful crafts and support local artisans.
That's such a valuable reminder.
It is.
It's about making sure that our travels benefit the local communities, not
Yeah.
just ourselves.
Right.
It's about being responsible tourists who contribute to the well-being of the places we visit.
And let's not forget the environmental aspect.
Right, of course.
Aldo Kane, the world record-setting adventurer, describes Suriname as one of the last bastions of true adventure and exploration. He emphasizes the importance of respecting the pristine rainforests and the indigenous communities that call them home.
You know, it's inspiring to see a country like Suriname prioritize conservation and sustainable tourism.
Yes.
It sets an example for the rest of the world, showing that we can explore and experience nature
right.
without exploiting it.
It's about finding that delicate balance between adventure and responsibility.
Yeah.
It's about realizing that we are guests in these incredible places,
Right.
and we have a duty to protect them for future generations.
Okay, so we've talked about timing planning, responsible travel, and even a bit of philosophy.
A little bit of everything.
What else did our experts have to say about these hidden gems?
One theme that emerged for me was the power of personal connection.
Oh, yeah.
Think about Sean Conway arriving at that Cape Wrath lighthouse in Scotland,
Hmm.
late at night, exhausted and hungry.
Right.
The cafe owner opens up just for him, offering him warmth and hospitality.
That story really warmed my heart. It's a reminder that even in the most remote corners of the world, we can find kindness and connection.
We can.
It's those unexpected moments of human interaction that truly enrich the travel experience.
And it's not just about connecting with locals, it's also about connecting with ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Bagshaw, the BAFTA-winning wildlife presenter, talks about the thrill of diving into the unexplored cenotes of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula.
Wow.
He describes it as a chance to venture into a place where no other human being has ever been before.
Whoa, that's the ultimate adventure.
It is.
It's about pushing boundaries, testing our limits, and discovering something new, not just about the world around us, but also about ourselves.
It's about stepping outside of our comfort zones and embracing the unknown.
Yeah.
It's about realizing that there's still so much left to explore,
Right.
both within ourselves and in the world around us.
You know, I'm starting to realize that these hidden gems aren't just about the destinations themselves.
Yeah.
They're about the journeys we take to get there, the people we meet along the way, and the lessons we learn about ourselves in the process.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about the transformative power of travel,
Yes.
the way it can broaden our perspectives, challenge our assumptions, and ultimately make us better, more compassionate human beings.
Okay, so I'm feeling inspired, I'm feeling adventurous, and I'm definitely feeling ready to book a flight.
Yeah.
But before we get too carried away with Wanderlust,
Right.
there's one more thing we need to address. We've talked about respecting the places and the people we encounter on our travels, but how do we actually put that into practice? You know,
Right.
How can we ensure that our Wanderlust doesn't come at the expense of these hidden gems?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of exploring these new places,
right.
but we have to remember that our actions have consequences. We can't just waltz in and expect everything to stay the same.
You're right. It's like being invited into someone's home.
Exactly.
You wouldn't trash the place or disrespect their customs, would you?
No, absolutely not.
Ah.
These hidden gems are often delicate ecosystems,
Yeah.
both environmentally and culturally.
Right.
We need to tread lightly,
Hmm.
be mindful of our impact.
So what are some practical steps we can take to be more responsible travelers? I mean, beyond the obvious things like not littering and respecting wildlife.
Right. Well, one of the most powerful things we can do is support local businesses.
Okay.
Instead of staying in those big chain hotels,
Mhm.
why not opt for a locally owned guest house
Right.
or an eco lodge?
That makes sense. It keeps the money within the community
Yeah.
and helps to preserve the unique character of a place.
Exactly. And when it comes to souvenirs,
Okay.
think twice before buying something mass-produced.
Right.
Seek out local artisans and craftspeople.
Yeah.
Not only will you be getting a more authentic and meaningful souvenir, but you'll also be supporting traditional skills and livelihoods.
I love that. It's about seeing travel as an opportunity to connect with those local communities and contribute to their well-being.
And let's not forget about the environmental aspect.
Oh, of course.
Choosing eco-friendly transportation options, reducing our waste, and respecting natural habitats are all crucial.
Sometimes it feels like our individual actions are just a drop in the ocean.
Yeah.
But every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah.
It all adds up. And remember, we're not just doing it for the planet, we're doing it for ourselves.
Right.
Who wants to visit a polluted beach or a forest stripped of its beauty?
You know, thinking back to all the destinations we've discussed, I'm struck by how many of them emphasize the importance of slowing down
Yeah.
and savoring the experience.
Absolutely.
It's not about rushing from one site to the next. It's about immersing yourself in the moment.
It's such a key part of responsible travel, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about taking the time to truly appreciate the nuances of a place,
Mm-hmm.
to connect with its people, and to let the experience wash over you.
It's like that feeling you get when you stumble upon a hidden alleyway in a bustling city, or when you find a secluded beach where you can hear nothing but the sound of the waves. It's about those moments of discovery, those quiet moments of reflection that truly make a trip memorable.
And those moments are often the ones we miss when we're rushing around trying to tick things off a list.
Right.
It's about shifting our mindset from seeing to experiencing.
It makes you wonder if in our quest to discover hidden gems, we've forgotten the value of the journey itself.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
But I think this deep dive has been a good reminder that travel is about so much more than just the destination.
Yeah.
It's about the people we meet, the stories we gather, and the transformative power of stepping outside of our comfort zones.
It's about embracing the unexpected, challenging our assumptions, and coming away with a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us.
And sometimes it's about simply getting lost, both literally and figuratively.
Okay, so I'm feeling inspired, I'm feeling adventurous, and I'm definitely ready to pack my bags. But before we wrap up, I want to ask you one final question.
Okay.
Out of all the destinations we've explored today,
Right?
which one would you choose for your own off-the-beaten-path adventure?
Oh, it's a tough
I
one.
know, right?
They all have something special to offer, but I think I'd have to go with Steve Backshall's recommendation, diving into the cenotes of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. There's something so alluring about exploring a place where no human has ever been before.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate frontier.
I can see why that would appeal to you.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that even in our modern world, there's still mysteries to be uncovered and adventures to be had.
Absolutely. And who knows what we might find down there?
Right.
New species, ancient artifacts,
Yeah.
or perhaps even a deeper understanding of ourselves.
I think that's the perfect note to end on, the idea that exploration is not just about the places we go, but also about the discoveries we make within ourselves along the way. So to our listeners, I encourage you to embrace your own wanderlust, to seek out those hidden gems, and to let the journey transform you.
Happy travels, everyone.
Thank you for tuning in to English Every Day. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and remember, every small step brings you closer to fluency. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your progress in the comments below. Let's continue this journey together. See you in the next episode.